I am sure that many people know that Indonesia is not in the good shape now. I am Indonesian and I have watched a lot of content creators out there from another country. They analyze the situation and they made conclusion about Indonesia of what is happening in Indonesia. But most of them only touch the surface. None of them really know what is happening in Indonesia. That's why I decided to make this video in English. And this is the first time I make video in English. Usually I make video in Indonesian. And English is not my first language, so I apologize if my English didn't suit your standard, okay? So what is really happening in Indonesia right now? We know that rupiah is falling to the lowest in history. We also know that our stock market has lost about 40% of its value from the highest. And we also know that Indonesia right now has a lot of protests, people angry, a lot of angry people on the road. And there are a lot of content creators and mainstream medias out there that blame all of this to the government program about giving free food to the student. But none of them tell you of why it is a bad idea to give free food to the student. That's why I make this video. Well, giving free food to the student is actually a good idea, especially in our country. I know that we have a problem like a stunting, especially in rural area. We still have people like 12 years old, but his body is actually the size of 5 years old. It is stunting, and they do need nutrition. So that's why actually free food is not a bad idea. But how the government do that is really bad. And that is actually what we are protesting about. In the process of delivering this free food for the student, the government gives authority to agencies. We call the agencies as PPG. And these agencies, they are allowed to make profit from national budget. So let's say they have a budget of $1 per meal, but when it arrives to the student, it is no longer $1 food. So this program is actually like giving a chance for the agencies to make much money. So just imagine this. This is like telling the agency which one do you choose? You choose make profit or give nutritious food for the student. Well, most of them will choose I want to make more profit. And that's the biggest problems. That's why just last year, 2025, there are more than about 30,000 students that get poisoned from this program. So there are a lot of agencies that take more profit and they reduce the quality of the food for the student. And that's why people are angry. And that's why people want this program to be cancelled at all. Because this has become a massive corruption program. Because there are a lot of agencies, those who really close to the government. Those who can become the agencies are usually those who are really high rank officers, like a brother's daughter or members of a political party. So, this has become a massive corruption inside. And that's why people don't like it in Indonesia. That's why people are angry. And if you look at now, just a few days ago, there are a lot of high school students, university students. They protest on the streets. They want this program to be cancelled. Now that's why. I hope you understand me.